Morning students, Sarah. Welcome to the English grammar class. Students, today we are going to start with a new topic of English grammar, that is subject verb agreement. We know that a proper sentence have a subject and a predicate. So what is subject and what is predicate? Let us first understand that. Subject means subject is a part of a sentence that contains the person or thing performing the action or verb in a sentence. So we all know the person who is doing the action in any sentence is known as subject. Now what is predicate? The predicate means the part which give us more information about the subject is called the predicate of the sentence. So a complete sentence has a subject which is performing any action or verb, and the word or the information or the part of the sentence which give us more information about the subject is called predicate. Now what is subject verb agreement? Before understanding that, let us see an example of a subject verb and predicate. For example, the sentence is Vidhi went to market. Now here, who is performing an action? Vidhi is performing an action, that's why she is the subject. What she is doing, what action she is doing? She is going to the market or she went to the market. So here went is the verb. And whatever information is given to us that where she was going, she went to the market. So market here is predicate. For one more example here, Ajay plays cricket. So Ajay is the subject because it is doing the action. And what is the action? Action is play. Now let us understand subject verb agreement. We know that a sentence should be grammatically correct, and for that a verb must agree with its subject and number. Number means singular or plural. For example, one more thing, subject verb agreement also refer to the relationship between the verb and its subject. So subject verb agreement actually means a relationship between verb and subject. Which relation? The relation of number, that they should always agree to each other in numbers. For like, if a subject is singular, its verb must also be singular. If a subject is plural, its verb must also be plural. So here you can see singular subject should have singular verb, plural subject should have plural verb. And this only goes with the third person. Now, for example, that monkey eats banana. So here you can see that monkey eats banana. Here monkey is singular and eats is also singular. Now you can see the next sentence. This car goes fast. Here car is singular and with that the verb is also singular, that is goes. But if we talk about plural, those monkeys eat banana. Those monkeys, here you can see monkeys, that is the subject, is in plural form. So here the verb is also in plural form. If we see the next sentence, that is these cars go fast. Here you can see the subject is plural and the verb, that is go, is also in plural form. So this was the this is what actually the subject verb agreement means. Now there are certain rules for subject-verb agreement. So let us continue with that. Rule number 1, which we have actually learned just a minute before, that is, the basic principle of subject-verb agreement is that singular subject needs singular verb. Plural subject needs plural verb. As we have seen in the last example also, this are the example for the rule number 1. That if the subject is singular, the verb is also singular. And if the subject is plural, the verb is also in plural form. So this was rule number 1. But rule number 2 says that when two or more singular subjects are joined together, plural verb is used. So if two or more singular subjects are joined with any conjunction, with the use of any conjunction, then plural verb is used. For example, Rahul and Dev, they both are subject, are best friends. Here verb are is in plural form. You can see that Rahul and Dev both are singular subject. But the verb which is used here is are. It is plural. Right? This is rule number 2. The rule number 3 says when two subjects together express one idea, singular verb is used. That means, for example, earning your bread and butter is essential for living. Here you can see that bread and butter means earning money. Bread and butter. They both are expressing the same idea. And that's why here the verb which is used here, that is in singular form. So you should remember this, that when two subjects, they are together, they are both expressing the same idea, same thing, they are saying the same thing, then the singular verb is used. As we can see here, earning your bread and butter. Now bread and butter are used for the same thing, for money. So the idea is same, to use those things. With that, singular verb is used. And what is the singular verb? Is the singular verb. Now rule number 4 says that if the given noun looks like plural, that means it is ending with s, but they are in fact singular noun, then we use singular verb. For example, I make you understand this. Like for certain words are there which end with s, but they are singular actually. They are not plurals, but that is singular. So with those words, we use singular verb. Like economics is my favorite subject. Here s is coming at the last of economics. That means it is singular, but still we are using s with that. For example, as you have seen another subject, that is maths. S comes at the end. But still with that we use singular verb. Maths is really tough for me. Is really. So here is used. So you can see that is the singular verb. So always remember, if any noun which end with s, which looks actually like a plural but it actually a singular noun, then with that we are going to use singular verb. Rule number 5 says words such as audience, congregation, crowd and family take a singular or plural verb depending upon the sentence, but it is always safe to use a plural verb with these nouns. So if you can see that words such as audience, congregations, crowd and family, they take singular and plural verb according to the sentence, the way they are used. But it is always safe that we should always use plural verb with these nouns. For example, the family are our strongest support. So family here is used with the verb are. But here is one exception. That is, we can use a singular verb with the plural subject in some cases. So there are some cases where we can also use singular verb with plural subject. For example, the class is making noise. The class is a group of students, but it is a plural thing, but still we are using is with that. The crowd is coming in huge numbers. So you can see the crowd is a group of people, but still with that we are using is. That is the singular singular verb. In these sentences, audience and crowds are plural subject, but singular verb is used in these sentences. Now rule number 6 says that everybody, somebody, nobody, anybody and anyone takes singular verb. So with these words, we always use singular verb. For example, everybody enjoys a good book. As you know that in the tenses, we have learned that whenever we are writing for a singular person, at that time with verb we write s or es. So it is very clear from here that the verb enjoys is ending with s. That means the sentence is singular. That means the verb is singular. So everybody enjoys a good book. This is everybody, and with that we are using enjoys. That is a singular verb. Somebody is standing there. So you can see somebody. With that we are using singular verb, that is. Now rule number 7 says nouns joined by and take a plural subject. So whenever 2 or 3 nouns, they are joined by using the conjunction and, at that time we use plural subject. For example, sugar and flour are needed for the recipe. Car and bike are my means of transportation. So with these words, we are using plural verb. So this was rule number 7. Now rule number 8 says that if subject are joined by or, nor, either, neither, the verb agrees with the subject nearest to it. So what here actually rule number 8 means? Like if any subject, okay, 2 or 3 subjects are joined together by using the word like or, nor, either, neither. So with that, the verb which is nearest to the subject, with the nearest subject will agree with that. For example, neither he nor his sister was there. Now was is the verb here and it is singular. Was is the subject and it is singular. How it is singular? Because the nearest subject to was is sister and sister here is singular. That's why we are using the singular verb. Now if we see in the next sentence, neither the plates nor the serving bowl goes on that shelf. Here goes is the verb which is singular. Goes is the verb which is singular and nearest to that is serving bowl which is also singular. So now we can say that when the verb which always agrees with the nearest subject to it. If the nearest subject is in plural form, then plural verb will be used. If the nearest subject is in singular form, then singular verb will be used. Rule number 9 says that the title of a book, play, story or a musical composition, even though plural, takes a singular verb. So any name of the book, title of the book, play, story, anything, with that we always use singular verb. For example, a novel named The Last Leaf is my favorite book. So here the title of a book, with that we are using is, that is a singular verb. So with this we end today's class, but there are more rules to come that we will continue in our next class. Thank you, students.